Hey my people, how you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be examining Brighton's squad, Brighton's formation, and Roberto De Zerbi's set of tactics. So we have got this 4-2-3-1 system, very similar to the Manchester United one, except for the fact that, if you look here, we're playing with a left midfielder, right midfielder, and 2 DMs. It's important that you have those 2 DMs for specific instructive reasons. So 4-2-3-1, I think it's the wide. Yes, it is indeed the wide set of tactics. So basically the base formation that you get in FIFA 23. So, of course, we've got Danny Welbeck, Lallana, Matoma, who's flipping insane. We've got Solly March, Caicedo, who's also damn near insane. World Cup winner McAllister, Lamptey. Of course, multiple players can play in this position. Webster, Dunk, and Estupiñán, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, great set of players here. Really good players. And Roberto De Zerbi, might I say, give him his credit. Like, everybody thought when Graham Potter left and he went to Chelsea, they're like, okay, well, this is where Brighton fall off. Of course, they still have maintained their excellent recruitment, losing Trossard, and just like Matoma's ready for it. Roberto De Zerbi has been fantastic. I think he's done an even better job than what Graham Potter has, because, I mean, he's come in without a transfer window. He's come in without a large backroom staff. I mean, Chelsea bought everybody, and look what he's done. He's absolutely battered Liverpool like 3 times, I think. And like there's just been no drop off whatsoever. Because normally, like when a new manager comes in and they've been on a good run of form or something, something's bound to give and something drops off. But De Zerbi's made sure that these players are there for it. I mean, they beat Liverpool the other day 2-1 without this man Caicedo. So, I mean, he's got to be a good manager, you know. But anyways, we're going to have a look here. So yes, we're playing with 2 fullbacks, as in right back and left back, no wing backs involved here. 2 DMs, 2 wide midfielders, and then of course a cam in Adam Lallana, and then of course 1 striker up front. So yeah. In terms of the tactics, we've got it set on constant pressure. Width is set at 40 and depth is set at 65. Okay, so firstly, constant pressure literally kills your team. Like, stamina wise, it is insane. So if you are using this team, or you are using this set of tactics in a career mode, make sure you've got a decent amount of squad rotation. Of course, we do have the likes of 5 subs in FIFA 23, so you will be using that. And of course, in the gameplay down below, yeah, in the second half, my team was very, very tired. Like, we conceded 2 goals because the team was so tired. But constant pressure is probably the most accurate thing to De Zerbi's set of tactics. And of course, like, it just means that when there's a goal kick for the opposition or something like that, like, Brighton players are on you like crazy. So it is a good thing. I mean, I think I scored a goal in the gameplay down below because of the constant pressure, so it makes sense. As for width, of course, we've got wide players in Matoma and Solly March. You want to try and keep them somewhat narrow, but at the same time, the instructions will help them a fair amount in keeping their width to the team. And of course, like, being compact defensively is a good thing. It is a good thing. And of course, Dunk and I forget the other defender. Dunk and Webster, sorry, my mistake. They do need some support from time to time, especially if you're playing a team that has overlapping fullbacks. So having a decent width, or a compact width, I should say, is very important to that. As for depth, of course, 65. Brighton's press is absolutely elite and insane. And again, the low block that Graham Potter used to instill in the Brighton team, it is essentially still that. I mean, you're still playing with 2 DMs, compact 4 at the back, but then it's just higher up the field, which applies lots of pressure onto the opponent. And sometimes the opponent can't get out of their own half, and that is what you want to try and replicate and recreate in Roberto De Zerbi's tactics. So yeah. As for offense, we've got slow build-up and forward runs. Of course, Danny Welbeck, Matoma, and Solly March are those forwards that make the forward runs, but it's mainly Danny Welbeck that's the focal point. So your striker is the main guy in this formation in terms of making it work and making sure you score goals. Slow build-up, of course, you like I say, constant pressure. It does exert a lot of stamina. So when you have the ball, which should be more times than not, I'm expecting at least 60% possession here against teams. It allows players to not catch a breather, but at the same time not overextend themselves. and just being a bit more calmer on the ball and finding the better pass. That is what you need to do. So yeah. As for width, when you're attacking, it's at 70, so you're going to get the ball out wide to either the fullbacks or to either your wingers. Of course, your wingers and your fullbacks are going to have a very interchangeable set of instructions, which allows them to get the best out of both sets of players. So it is what it is. So width, of course, Brighton, they fire a lot of crosses into the box, and it tends to work more times than not. Players in the box, though, we've got to say on 6, so it's going to be your front 3 players, essentially Matoma, Welbeck and Sonny March, and then of course your midfield players of either Caicedo or McAllister, or maybe even your fullbacks. They'll be on the on the edge of the box, waiting to collect loose balls and whatnot. As for corners and free kicks, we've got to sit on 4 each, so yeah, it allows you to somewhat crowd the box. I mean, I think Brighton are pretty decent at scoring off of set pieces. I mean, the winner against Liverpool the other day was a set piece, and that was fantastic. And to recreate and replicate things like that, I think 4 is solid. Okay. As for the instructions, we're going to start off with the sweeper keeper comes for crosses. Roberto, isn't it Robert Sanchez? I'm pretty sure it's Robert Sanchez. Anyways, yes, comes for crosses, sweeper keeper. He is fantastic. He is also huge, by the way. He's 6'7". I didn't realize this up until I was actually looking at his profile, and I was like, holy damn, he is damn tall. Anyway, point being, he's fantastic, and he does a great job as being a sweeper keeper / come for crosses keeper. Fantastic. As for your 2 centre backs, they are set on their base instructions. You don't need to do anything special with them. Yeah, I nothing really to do with these guys. Of course, you can play Levi Colwell as the left-sided centre-back here and swap Dunk with Webster, but for now we've just gone with these 2. As for your fullbacks, now this is where things get interesting. So we've got them set on join the attack. They are both set on the exact same set of instructions. Join the attack, but you'll see here, similar to what I did with the Manchester United set of format or set of tactics, you don't want them to overlap all the time. You don't want them to invert all the time. You want them on mixed attack, and that has to do with the wing play that you'll eventually see soon enough. And I'll explain why when we get to the wingers. So, for now, all you need to know is join the attack. That's all that needs to happen. Because, and the reason you can have these players join the attack and play out of position, you won't get counter-attacked and have 5 players attacking you. Because these players here are important. Now, you've got Caicedo, whose instructions are set on cut passing and stay back while attacking, and deep line playmaker. That's why we needed DMs, because you need a deep line playmaker, and he does a fantastic job in just being press resistant and just being everywhere. He is fantastic, and that's why he was linked with so many major moves in January, because every team was like, we want this kid, and he is a fantastic player nonetheless in FIFA. And for I think he's rated like 73. He should definitely be closer to 80 if you ask me. As for Alexis McAllister, cut passing lanes. And then we've got him as a default attacking player. So we don't want him to stay back because we want him to be slightly more high up the field, but at the same time be able to drift wide. He does like to drift wide into the right-hand side positions and fire crosses into the box. And I think he does a fantastic job with that. Of course, defensively, he can come back and help Lamptey when needed, along with Solly March. So, yeah. Okay, now we're going on to the winger side of things. We've got them set on come back on defense, stay wide, and get it into the box. Of course, that front 3 set of tactics in the tactics side of it, that's going to be March and Matoma that get into the box. So I think it's pretty much the same with Matoma, these instructions, but we will go check now. So yes, stay wide. So very much like Manchester United, these players will be wide on the mark, and then once you forcibly drive them inside to create space, either on the outside overlapping run of a Lamptey or Estepin, the left back, you're going to create spaces for your fullbacks to get forward, whether it's inverted or overlapping. And to be honest, it creates a lot of good space for them. And likewise, if you're running up the field with your fullback, it will create space for your winger to run into. So more times than not, it's going to work out fantastically. As you can see here for Matoma, come back on defense, stay wide, and get into the box. So very simple with that. Very, very symmetrical formation. There's no like one side does this, the other side does that, apart from McAllister and Caicedo. As for Adam Lallana, come back on defense. Of course, you need a good working number 10, and of course, Brighton are incredibly hard workers without the ball. So, Adam Lallana is a fantastic player to suit that role. Of course, Pascal Gross can play there. Pascal Gross can play nearly any position at this point, but he is a fantastic player. Adam Lallana, that's the one we've got in this position. We've got him on balanced crossing runs, so of course he's going to be one of those players that hang on outside of the box, waiting for the loose balls potentially, and then normal interceptions, of course, and stick to position. Finally, we've got our striker. Stay central, get him behind, and stay forward. He's going to be an outlet ball, and Danny Welbeck is a fantastic player for this role. Of course, we've got Ferguson on the bench. We've got Undav on the bench. So, not short on talent-wise at striker, but Danny Welbeck is fantastic. Get him behind, of course. It does create problems for the opposition's two centre-backs when you have a decently fast player running at them, creating space, pulling players out of position, creating little pockets for either Matoma, Lallana, or March to operate in, maybe even a McAllister as well. And then, of course, Danny Welbeck's your outlet ball. So, yeah. But, yeah, peeps, that is going to be that. Roberto De Zerbi's set of tactics, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. So, until the next one, I hope you guys have a damn great day. I don't know who we're going to do next, but it should be good. It should be good. Maybe Brentford. Who knows? Maybe Brentford. But until the next time, guys, I hope you have the most outstanding damn day ever. And smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And, of course, have a damn great day.